Why new plays? Um, Beyond because they're fun. They are the stories of right now, stories written by artists who are alive today, who are processing the world, what is happening through their bodies, and somehow locating us in space and time and giving us a whole world of play that then will be watched generations to come so that we can look back and go, oh, that's what happened in 2020, or that's what happened in 2019, or whatever era. And even though I might write a period piece, it's still a new play because it's funneling through this body. And there's something about that. There's something about holding the now inside of play that's going to be so helpful for the human condition when we look back and ask ourselves, what was? What was going on? So, I mean, for that alone, new play for me. Plus, I just think they're really, really fun. It's fun. It's fun to get in there into a whole new playpen and go, what is this? Yeah, but that's why. That's why new plays for me.
I have to say that getting an opportunity to work on a world premiere is one of my absolute favorite things to do. In the 20 plus years I've been doing this, all the world premieres I've worked on have always been kind of standout experiences because it's the time you really feel as an actor like a true colleague in the room. Like you get to be a part of the creation of this. You're there with the playwright, you're there with the director. This is the first time it's happening. This is going to be the first audience that sees this. And that kind of input is really important to get to flesh out a character is a really magical thing to be able to ask very specific questions of the playwright and what he or she meant, what they could have possibly been pushing for, and being able to offer experience from the inside of a character. I think that that is a really special thing for a playwright. So again, that feeling of comradeship and collegiality, I guess would be the word. But I feel like a colleague, and it's so important to add to the canon of plays, to be able to have new work that is representative this time and maybe this place and maybe this person who's writing it. It's invaluable, and I feel very lucky to be a part of it.
I think that new plays are exciting and necessary, just because I think it's wonderful that we're at a place where we're talking about inclusivity in terms of art and the entertainment industry. And I think creating plays that tell stories that we haven't normally gotten to see on stage or gotten to see as fully developed, complex, three-dimensional human beings, I think that normalizes things. And the more things like trans women being on stage or all Black women being on stage are normalized and people can see the humanity in these characters, the more people will bring that back to their own lives. I mean, I've seen it with my own two eyes. I've seen the power of the theater and how it can literally change people's hearts, minds, all of it. So that's why I believe in new plays.
This might be obvious, but as a playwright, I'm excited about new plays. And I've always been excited about new plays. Back when I was an actor, I also loved being able to help support the creation of a piece. And I think that's what is super exciting about working on new work, is that we are witnessing, whether you were an audience member, whether you were part of the creative process, you're sort of witnessing the creation and the development of a piece. The canon has excluded a lot of voices, and I'm excited about so much of the new work that is happening across the country, across the world right now, as we are sort of pushing our voices and our different perspectives into hopefully the creation of a new canon or the addition of these plays into the so-called canon. And the beautiful thing is we all get to be a part of that process of seeing it come to life.
The thing that I think is so special about doing new plays, right, about focusing on doing new works, is that playwrights are always responding to the world around them. Like speaking for myself, like the whatever the current events of the world are that are happening around me, they always find their ways into my plays. But what a play allows us to do is it allows us to it gives us the human version of that, right? Like we get to see human like big human events, but like distilled down into characters that we can actually correspond with and relate to, right? We get to see them having conversations on stage that are hopefully going to inspire us to have our own conversations off stage.